go to school, get a job, pay taxes, save money, buy a house because it's an asset, get out of debt, and invest in the stock market. That creates poor people. It's a hypnosis train going through your brain. So when people say, how do I change my life? Well, you change those words. I wouldn't go to school because you learn nothing about money in school. I wouldn't get a job because if I have a job, I'm an employee. And then I'd pay taxes. And I don't pay taxes. And I don't save money. And I use debt to get rich. And I don't invest in the stock market. That's why I'm rich. And so the young people who are listening right now, they're saying, but that's what my mom and dad said. But that's what mom and dad say all over the world. So to the young people, I just say challenge or question what you've been taught. The word becomes flesh. So if you say, go to school, they say, but I learned nothing about money. Get a job, you become an employee.
Yeah.
If you're an employee, you work for money, I pay taxes. Then they tell you to save money. Why would you save money when the government's printing money? You know, and get out of debt. Well, debt is money. I use debt to get rich. Most people use debt to get poor and invest in the stock market. I don't invest in the stock market. So when you wonder why so many people struggle financially, is they haven't challenged the hypnosis, the words, go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, pay taxes. Until you question those hypnotic trances, you don't change. Well, money is a powerful force, as you know. So when I was 9 years old, growing up in Hawaii, I asked my rich dad to be my teacher, my mentor, be an apprentice to him. He says, then I'll never pay you. He says, if I pay you, you think like an employee. And wait a minute. So I had to think differently. And that's what I'm challenging the millennials right now is, you have a chance yet. Don't wait till you're an old guy like me to find out my pension is gone. See, right now in America, Wall Street is robbing the pension
funds
of the school teachers, the firefighter, and police officers. So there's going to be millions of people like me, my age, who they got a job, they work hard, they save money, they got out of debt, and they put the money in a pension plan, and then it's all gone. And it starts by going to school.
Yeah.
And your parents tell you to go to school.
Yeah. So
and my rich dad said, what are you going to learn in school? About money. I mean, you can learn to be a doctor or a lawyer, but you learn nothing about money. Most people should be employees.
Okay.
Because most people, it's easier to be an employee. Like when I flew for the Marine Corps in Vietnam, and my poor dad wanted me to become an airline pilot. He says, go fly for the airlines. And I said, no, I can do that. I could already fly.
Yeah.
Why would I fly for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
He said, but you love flying. I said, yeah, but I want to fly for the rest of my life. I just wanted a bigger challenge. And a bigger challenge would be to be an entrepreneur, because I'd have to learn new things. I'd have to learn 10 times more than ever than being a pilot. So for me, it was right for me to become an entrepreneur because I was really interested in learning about money and business and economics and all this. But most employees aren't. So for most people who are employees, they should get a job, work hard, save money, pay your taxes and all that. But entrepreneurs don't pay taxes, we don't save money, we use debt as money. And everything's different. And I don't invest in the stock market. But I had to pay the price, which was get my own education, not the stuff they teach you in school. I operate according to the rules of corporate America.
Yeah.
I don't operate according to the rules of employee America. They're different. The tax rules for corporate guys is less than employees. Employees pay the highest taxes.
Yeah.
Guys like Trump and me pay zero.
And people are angry
Legally.
at that, which is very interesting. People are very angry at people that don't pay taxes, which is, again, a proof that people cannot wrap their heads around that.
Because they've been hypnotized. Go to school, get a job, work hard, pay taxes.
Yeah.
Until they change those words, their lives are not going to change. So they get angry, but they're angry at the words in their head. because they went to school, they got a job, they're working hard, they're saving money, they're getting out of debt, and they're in the stock market.
Right.
They're getting screwed.
Right.
But if you want to find out why guys like me don't do that, then you read fake. The biggest thing about fake is, the dollar became fake, the US dollar became fake money in 71. But it's the fake teachers. Why would you listen to a poor person? Why would you listen to a poor person about money? And that was my poor dad. Very good man, PhD, but he always says, go to school, get a job, work hard, pay taxes, get out of debt, and invest in the stock market. He's trying to hypnotize me. And my rich dad, thank God I had a rich dad, he goes, you gotta be an idiot to follow that advice. And so you're a very bright young man to pick up Rich Dad Poor Dad is only a book on accounting. My cash flow game is only a book on accounting.
That's a
game.
takeaway.
But if you don't know accounting, you don't have accountability.
Yeah.
You have accountability in your life. And then you can question when somebody tells you to invest in the stock market. I go, well, when do I get my money back? So in fake, I talk about the infinite return. I never use my money. I don't need to save money. I use debt 100% of the time, and I don't pay taxes. So that's kind of what you find out in fake, fake money, fake teachers, fake assets. Because every time a teacher told me to get a job, I said, you gotta be kidding me. She goes, if you don't get good grades, you won't get a job. And I said, oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, And the teacher would go nuts. And they go, why don't you want a job? Because I'll pay taxes then. You gotta pay your taxes. And I said, well, what about this? So I took real estate courses, not because I like real estate, because real estate is about debt and taxes.
Right.
So the more debt I use, which is real money, debt is real money, the less tax I pay.
And especially with the interest rates right now, that have been lowest in the last 5,000 years or something like that.
Money is cheap right now, zero. Get it free.
Yeah.
Why would you save it? Why would you save it when they print it? It's until you question, and all the young people just question what's inside that head. Who hypnotized you?
Parents most of the time. Most probably.
And were your parents rich or poor?
Probably poor. Well,
hard working,
right?
paying taxes,
Yeah.
they went to school, if you're middle class.
Yeah. So for the
Do you
people,
think Donald Trump's sons pay taxes?
none of them pay taxes.
No. Do you think they have jobs? No. In that book, I have Jared Kushner, who's Ivanka Trump's husband.
Yeah.
And the New York Times interviews him. The reporter is an A student, smart guy with a job, and he just can't understand how Kushners, who are richer than the Trumps, Jewish family richer than the Trumps, how they get away with not paying taxes. And this reporter was going crazy. It's in the book, in fake. He just couldn't understand it because he's been hypnotized. So it's a collision of ideas. So when I say I don't pay taxes, then this whole you're cheating, you're a crook, you're a criminal comes up. And then they can't hear me. And I talk about trade, investing. I invest as an insider. And for the average person who knows very little, they say, well, insider trading is illegal. No, it's not. But they've been programmed to think it's illegal. There are certain forms of investing where insider trading is illegal. But for the most part, it isn't illegal. But what fires off, because they've been hypnotized, oh, insider trading, he's a crook. Oh, and he doesn't pay taxes. Do you think I'd be writing about it if I was a criminal? So I wrote fake so people could challenge the hypnosis in their brains, go to school, work hard, pay taxes, get out of debt. I use debt as money.
So what would you say about that, about the financial crisis coming up? There should be some sort of corrections happening in the future.
Well, let me ask you this. If you had bought a ticket to get on the Titanic, right?
Yeah.
And you knew it was going to sink, what would you do?
Not buy the ticket.
Well, let's say you already bought the ticket.
Okay, I'll build the best boat to get out of it.
I would be looking at life rafts and checking things out and, things like that.
Yeah.
Because we're going down.
Yeah.
And this is the difference. Crashes make the rich richer. A story of resilience and determination and a comeback. It's Tiger Woods. I mean, I'm in awe of that guy. He is really a great man to come from the top to the bottom, back to the top, you know. And we all have that in us, except in school, we're told, don't make mistakes. You know, if you fail, you're stupid. Well, he came back, he made him stronger. Well, I think the key is young people, because the system of fake money, fake teachers, fake assets, they screwed me, my generation. My generation is never going to retire. The medical expenses are going to go through the roof just when America goes broke. But they didn't just screw the old guys, they screw the young, the millennials. So they're coming out of school deeply in debt and still haven't learned anything about money. So this system of fake money, fake teachers, fake assets screws everybody. Not only in Romania, but all over the world. So that's really, if you can think, you know, comprehend something that big, then you can make your own personal choices and changes.